Hey guys, welcome back to Codes and Coffee. Today I have another DIY for you. This one specifically is going to be how to change the batteries on your own watches and save money doing it. I'm going to do both of these. They're both structures, they're both head pieces, and we're going to get started. Alright, so I like this one because structure has a good unique style and they kind of color coordinate throughout, so these are pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and flip these over. You'll be able to tell because the hands has one battery that works for the hands, and then you have the digital side that has its own battery. So I'm gonna go ahead and change both. Alright, flip this over. Now on these, before you get started to change the batteries, you want to look for a factory divot. You see one right in that little corner. Some of the batteries have them, some don't. Just try and get a good wedge in there. Okay, giving it a good pressure, and there's the pop. And when lifting the cup, I'm going to make sure the seal looks good. There's no sand, no stones. Looks good to me. And then we're going to start off with the little protective film that keeps dust and dirt and grime off of the battery. That's at the very top here. Alright, you want to keep that because we're going to reuse it. That's one. And the next one is going to be this little foam piece right there. Okay, I'm going to reuse that too. Now, as you can see, there's this little belt clip which snaps the battery and keeps it secure. Alright, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to push the side of it. And with the very sharp tips of these tweezers, I'm going to pull out. There's a little clip, like a little belt clip that snaps it in. I'm just going to pull up on it a little bit. Just like so. I'll start loosening the battery. Up and out. That's out. I'm going to show you a little trick to this. If you look on this, you'll be able to see there's a little arrow that tells you which way you're going to be snapping, right? And that just, it's a little reminder when you're putting it back together of which way you're gonna hook and then which way, what side is gonna snap in. Put that on the side. And this is the first battery. And as you can see, the battery is a 2025. Alright, so I'm gonna put the one that's not working on the side here. And I have a new one ready to go. Leave that right there. Now, in the inner part, there's a second battery, and you can just see it. That big one I took off, that's like a quarter. That's your digital. That works the digital side. And then this little Tic Tac size one that's in there, that one works your hands. So you want to get in with the tweezers. You just rock it back and forth a little bit until you get it. There you go. Alright. And then there's that one. I'm going to unsnap, put this one on the side. That's the dead one. And then I have here, I always buy in bulk. Myself and Edmer's Top Shop, we're always tinkering with things, so we always buy bulk and help each other out. I'll give him a shout out. Check him out in the description below, and like and subscribe to him as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these. The name of these batteries are G as in Gary, 4, AG4. And you can buy them in bulk on Amazon. They usually sell you like 300 sets of this battery, the AG4s, with a few other ones for like, I don't know, 10 bucks, 12 bucks. Pretty good deal. Alright, I'm just gonna cut one of these out. Be careful it doesn't fly out after I cut it. Very careful. So I'll flip that up. Grab my little tweezers. Alright. That's my AG4, that's a new one. Now, one little thing to remember, right? Right in here, you have this little piece in this corner. It's a little part of the battery that holds it in secure. It sticks out like northeast. It points northeast. So you want to put the battery, dip it in to the left, and then snap it down, right? You don't want to bend that little terminal, because then your battery will really not work. I want to make sure there's no plastic on this. Alright, good. Alright. So I'm going to bypass the little terminal, as you can see. And I'm going to push in. Nice. You get that little snap. Now, once you hear that snap, you still want to secure it. So we have these little watch forks. A little fine one on this side. I'm going to use the one that's slightly bigger. Now I'm going to very carefully push in. Make sure it's 100% snapped in there. Alright, and I'm happy with that. Now we're just going to reverse the process. So don't get nervous. Just remember what pieces came out. Second, third, fourth. Alright. So I'm going to start with my battery, and the same thing here too. You have a little piece in this corner, that's the little terminal that holds the battery. You're going to go in south and then snap the back. Alright? So this is the new battery. You're going to go just like that. Snap it on the left. But keep holding on to your battery because it'll snap off. It'll snap right off without your little lock. I'm going to put my cushion back in there. Alright. A little half moon. Okay. Now comes your snap ring. I'm going to bend it inward a little bit so you can have a nice tight fit. I'm going to look for the arrow, and the arrow is right on top. Can you see that? It's right at the very top. Alright, so that piece is the one you snap in. The one I'm holding on to is going to go on the back end of the battery. Snaps in the back. Now the tricky part is you're going to hold now the battery and the clip together, and I'm going to use both the fat end and the fine end to my little watch fork and snap it in, help it snap right in there. Alright. You don't want that coming undone. That's the back end. It's almost like a shock absorber, you know? Check it. It's good. Now comes our protective film. Take all the dust off of the battery. And you can tell that there's also a little piece that covers your foam, and you want that just like that, and you want to push out all the air bubbles. Alright, I'm happy with that. Now comes our cover, and as you can see, the cover has a little padding that holds the battery. Again, these are all little precautions and safety measures to make sure that battery is always sitting in there snug. You want to put that right flush against it. Alright. You want to feel that it's nice and secure before you do your final compressions. Okay. You want to give it a nice snug all around. You'll feel the snaps. You'll hear the snaps. All these watches are different. There are some that spin, like a little top, and these are snaps. I'm going to go ahead and use our little cover snapper. Battery face down. Alright guys, there you go. Alright, this is quick DIY. I'll set this aside, put it over here. And we're going to go ahead and do our second one. This is another headpiece from Structure, and I like this one. It has its own unique style and color coordination with white and blue. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, so I'm going to flip this. And as you can see already, the edges, there is no factory wedge where you can stick your wedge in there and pry it. So over time, I gave myself a little wedge on this corner that I made on my own, and I had to change my batteries in the past. You're going to hold the top and wedge. Again, same thing. Make sure there's no sand or little stones that's going to give you a problem later on. That looks good. Here's our film. Here's our battery. Snap. I'm not sure if you were able to see that little arrow, but the arrow should always point downward. It's right at the very bottom here. Alright. I'm going to hold the battery and the clip from the back. I'm going to pull forward and up, nice and easy. Have access to your battery now. Let me get rid of this one as well. I'm going to put a new one in. Grab that over here. That one's ready to go. The battery on that is also a 2025 Energizer. Okay. 3 pieces taken out, 3 pieces go back in without counting the batteries. Then that'll be 5. Now here's the little secondary battery that works your hands. Same thing, wedge it nice and easy. Alright, here's your freezers. This is our old one. It's the same one, AG4. A as in Apple, G as in Gary 4. I'll put that one on the side. Good. And we're practically done here. If you wanted to go any further, then you can just check the sides. Take a nice little Q-tip, which I'll be making a whole bunch of these videos. As you can see, this is just a couple of watches that I have. Edmer's Top Shop has probably the same amount, if not more. And we'll be making videos throughout because we have so many special requests on how to change batteries, and I know every watch has a different process of taking the batteries out, different size batteries, and just remember to hit that bell, subscribe, leave me some comments, and it'll help me out by helping you out making some videos that you need me to do. Okay, I'm gonna go to our little pack of batteries here. Another AG4. I'm going to make sure the plastic is completely off. Alright, that's good. Same process here. I'm going to wedge it in towards the northeast, staying away from that little battery clip. And push in. You'll hear little snaps, which is telling you you're going the right way. That looks good. And then you want to check it with your little. Where's my little fork? There. Good. Alright, now next we have our new battery. When you go in south on this side, you want to bypass your little battery clip that holds it in there. And we have our little lock. Bending it upward, opposite, is always good. It's fine. You're not going to hurt it unless you're like doing an incredible Hulk on it. You need a lot of patience for these. Set yourself a little time. I'm looking for my arrow, and there it is. That goes in the front. Pulling forward. Securing a little snap in there. Both in the front and the back. A little forward. Use the wide end if you need to as well. Happy with that. Then grab our little half moon home piece. Slide it in there. Now I'm going to grab our little protective film. Stick it back down. good. Now comes our cover, same thing. Your little battery cushion on that side. Protective measures. Snap. Top, bottom. I go above and beyond after hearing the snaps because I want to make sure this doesn't pop out, which it shouldn't. I'm going to use our little battery watch press, a little cover press. Go gorilla on this either. A little snug. Rotate it. A little snug. And one more if you like. Okay. Alright. There you go. Your hand and digital both in great working condition with new batteries. Changing them both ensures that if they're going to die out, they'll die out at the same time, as opposed to having your digital die out in 6 months or having your hand watch, your hands die out in 8 or even sooner months. Switch them all together. So remember to like, leave a comment, anything specific you want me to work on, leave a comment down below, and as always, on to the next.